Hi all, welcome to SHS Tech Solutions. Today we are going to discuss JavaScript interview question. Uh, this was the POC. When I was attending the last interview, he was asked to do this POC. So this video is totally based on this POC only. Okay. If you see this diagram, the interviewer was asked. So here, if you see, so draw rectangles using div tag one by one from left to right, bottom top until end of the screen. Okay, so he wants us to draw a rectangles from one by one from left to right, bottom to top until it fills the end of the screen. So basically, the skyline will be like the above diagram. Like uh, if you see this skyline contains all the buildings side by side from left to right. If you think and bottom to top, of course, yeah. So he wants us to uh, draw this skyline. Yeah, it was a bit scary, but after doing this POC, it feels very good. Okay. Okay. Before going to the actual coding part, so if you are not subscribed yet, please do subscribe our SHS Tech Solutions to get more videos on interview questions, puzzles, and SEO related videos. Okay. Let's do this. Fine. So here the interviewer has given some basic rules. The resolution is not provided, use the default value. Here if you see, the resolution has not provided, use the default values of 1280 by 720. Will be 500. Okay. After that he has given some conditions. Okay. So the width and the height of the to calculate the width and height of each building, he has given some rules. So what he was trying to say is use this random API. This was a number generator API. So if you pass let's say if you pass 100 and maximum 100, it will gives you one random integer value. So that is what this API is doing. So here we will calculate some width and minimum width and maximum width, so that we need to pass the minimum and maximum values to get the width. Likewise height also, and likewise color also. For the color also he has given some conditions here. Base color, based on the base color, we have to decide the minimum and maximum range. Okay. So based on all these conditions, so here he has given, make sure you will get a three values using JavaScript constructs. If any fails, do the proper handling. So basically, before drawing any rectangle, he wants us to get the height, width, and scale. That was the range, grayscale range. He wants us to get these three values and then do the actual thing, actual draw. So actually, we can draw this, this style. Yes, D3JS is like, I mean, I can show it over here. So yeah, this was data-driven documents. Using data-driven documents, previously I used it to draw this one. Actually, I was drawn many charts using this D3JS. But the interviewer intention is to test the JavaScript skills. So he was bolded this line: do not use any framework, use only native JavaScript and HTML support. So this was like we need to do it using only plain JavaScript and HTML tags. So that is what I'm going to do right now. So if you go here, so I'm just having this outline. What this one is, just it is a plain outline. having the header tag and body tag, and was displaying Skyline will be displayed here. And I was having this ID as a main view. So that's it I was having. Right now I'm going to do this. So before going to start this one, I wanted to have one JavaScript file. So Skyline.js. This type will be JavaScript. Okay. Skyline will be, I wanted to create a new file. Okay. This is JavaScript file. Fine. This name is Skyline.js. Okay. Cool. So I was just having this. If you okay. Okay. Right now, just go into this part. Okay. Just go into this one. What he was asking is get the height and width of each element before starting up the rectangle. Okay. So what he was trying to say is get the all these three values before starting off any rectangle. Okay. What I'm trying to do is creating one init function. Okay. This contains get width, get height, and get color. Okay. And so I was writing this one, get width. Okay. And need to write functions for these two also. Okay. Okay. My bad. Color. Okay. I was created this all these functions. Actually, he is given some REST API. So here is the REST API. He is given to get the minimum and maximum values. So if you pass the minimum and maximum values, we will get some random integer. Okay. So for that we need to call one request, right? Okay. I'm creating one more function. Get the requested data. So we pass minimum and maximum values to this function. It will gives you will give you some random integer. Suppose this one is height. Okay. This one is the this one is for calculating the width. If you pass the minimum width and maximum width, we will get some random integer. Okay, that's fine. So okay. Here always we will get a minimum and maximum values. So we'll get always get a two values, minimum and maximum. Okay. It is also good. Okay. So we need to pass. We need to call this API, right? For that, he wanted us to use only native JavaScript only. So it was like how to, if you search in Google, how to make post call using JavaScript. Yeah, we will get some suggestions like this. Okay. Before it was running, I will show you. I was already having this one. So here it is. So what this one is having, right? So I'm having this HTTP request. So this one, if you pass this minimum value and maximum value, pass some minimum and maximum values over here, we'll get some HTTP. We are using XHTTP. This is the native JavaScript how we are going to call one REST API or on RESTful web service. So here, if it is AngularJS, we will call it in using a $HTTP service. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now it is returning XHTTP, right? So that means we need to handle after if you observe clearly like this. Okay, is given only requests only. Okay, so here we go. So I'm just copy pasting here. We pass minimum and maximum. Okay, get requested. Okay, fine. Here we don't want this one. Okay. Here what it is doing is it was calling one function, and by passing this minimum and maximum values, we are at to decide this minimum and maximum values. So on ready state equal to 4 and status 400, and we are updating this value, update the width of the rectangle. Okay, we are calling this function. Okay, update width of the rectangle. So we are calling this function. So we will get some response over here. We'll see what response we are getting. So we can hit over here what response we are getting. Okay. Oh, sorry. We need to print this response. Here is the response. Okay. Fine. What we need to give some minimum and maximum values, right? He has given some calculation on this this document. Before going to actual part, let's see if we pass 500 and 1000. Let's see what value we are getting exactly. Let's see whether it is working fine or not. Okay, let's comment this for a second and let's run this. Or I don't require this one and this one also. Okay. Let's see what we are getting. So we get the response as 887. Let's run this one more time. It's a different value. Let's give some 800. And okay. Now we get a 98 as a response. Excellent. So up to now, what we have done is, so we have created one request. We are passing some minimum and maximum values, and we are getting response. After that, we are just updating printing over here. So likewise, actually this HTTP call we have to make for each and every whether for width or for height or for color also we need to do all this. This minimum and maximum values will be different for each and everyone. So for height it was different, for width it was different. So but the response will be different for each one. But to update height, okay, update height of the rectangle. Okay, so this one will get some response, and we are just I will use console here. So height will print here. Okay, I'm showing this response in console. Okay, and the last one. The last one is color. So you pass the minimum and maximum values for the. I want to use the hash code of each color. So if you pass the minimum hash code and maximum hash code, we will get some response, right? So here we have to update a color. So update color. So I will show why I have created this many functions. What is the idea behind this one? I will show you. I will let you know in 1 minute. Okay. So here what would color value will print here. Print here. Okay. If you observe my screen, the color values is the gray color value. This one is the minimum one. This one is the maximum one. So if we pass the 454545 as minimum value and 999999 as the maximum value, for okay, sorry, I have to do it in the color value. So, and this one is okay. This one is for color. So we are updating the color value. Okay. So here we need to call all the functions. Okay. Okay. So why I created this many functions here? Basically, the idea is, so after getting the width, we can call height, or after getting the height, we can call width. So once we call some function, let's say we are calling in the order of height, width, and then color. Suppose we are calling height. After getting the response, we are going to call this width. After getting the response of width, we are going to call this color. Then it is going to take a huge time. Let's say per request. Let's say per request it is taking just 2 seconds of time. Then per each this all three requests it will take 6 milliseconds, right? 6 seconds, you can say. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm going to call each request parallelly. If we get the response of all these three, then only we will update the rectangle width. If we are not getting any one of the value, we are not going to update those rectangle. So what I'm trying to say here is, we will call parallelly each request, and we will get response of each request, and then we will update if all three are success, then only we will update the width of the rectangle. So that is the idea. I have created these many functions. For each one, we need to get width, get height, and get color. So we need to call parallelly, and we will get a response of course parallelly. So this will this is like some kind of you will get a very less time for the it will be useful for the page rendering part. Okay, what initially we are calling this init method, and in the init method we are getting this all three values, all three of the values, and then we are just now we are just printing over here only. Let's see whether all these three values are printing or not. Then we will. Okay, if you observe this, here we got 892, and here we get something color, and this means that the color response came first rather than this height response. That's why it is printed second. After that, the height is printed. So if we call this width as a first, and then height, and then color, then it will take maximum time. So that's why I was calling it as a parallel one. So okay, hope you get this one. Okay, after getting each response, so sorry, before going to the actual part, we have pass these dummy values, right? So I need to modify it according to the what he was given. Okay, he was given what he was trying to say here. Use you can use the default values. 1280, 720 is the 1280 is the maximum width, and 720 is the maximum height he has given. And based on the document width also, he was given some uh, he was given some conditions to get the minimum and maximum width. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is here suppose let's say width will be 1280. So what he was given is minimum width and maximum width. The width will be 1 by 100 and 1 by 20. So let's take a variable minimum width equal to 1280 by 100. This is going to the minimum one. Max width is going to be 1280 by 20. So these two values we have to pass here, so that we can get a dynamic values for each width and each call. So we'll get response for differently for each and every call. Okay, and then for height also, let's take a maximum height as 720, and the calculation for height is 1 by 5th and 9 by 10th. Okay, so 1 by 5. Okay, fine. Minimum height is okay. Let's take 720 by 5, and max height. Max height is sorry 720 into 5 by this is going to be the sorry 9 by 10, right? So it is 9. Okay, we need to pass this minimum values and this maximum height, so that we can get a dynamic values for each and every one. So, and for the color, I am going to use this one only. This is the minimum one, this is the maximum one. So okay, now this init function, now we are calling this init function only once. That means only one rectangle will be drawn based on the values here. So we'll get response only once for each width and height and color. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is I'm taking some global variables. So it updated false, and color updated false. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just creating a function, draw rectangle. Here I am going to draw rectangle. So if height is updated and width is updated, color is updated. So here what I'm doing here is, so I'm going to draw a rectangle when the height is updated and width is updated and color is updated. So for drawing rectangle, I was already written code over here. Okay. We'll explain this code to you. Okay. So I'm created a element, div element, and having the class name of building view, and this one width, height, and the previous width values I have to define now. And if you observe this, I'm created one div element and I'm appending to this main view. What is where this one existed is in the HTML. I have created this ID, right? So this one is the main view. I'm attaching the newly created div part to this one. Okay, now so after attaching, I'm resetting it to false. So having this one color updated false. I'm resetting it to each and every value to. Okay, previous width I have to explain it. So okay, cool. Okay, now this rectangular width, rect height, previous height, right? This one, no, I'm defining this rectangular width as 0, rectangular height as 0, and previous width also 0. Okay, so we are clear right now. Okay, so this rectangular width value will be updated when we will get response. This one is the response. Okay, and width updated, this value is also, I'm setting it as a true. So whenever the width is updated, whenever we call that function, that HTTP response will execute this function, and then we will get some response. That response will be stored in this variable, and width updated will be true. So after that, okay, this one, this height value. So if you go here, we will get height from this response, and also we need to update this height as true. And the last one is for color. Okay, right now I am not created variable for this color, right? So variable color as 0. So color updated will be true, and the color value should be this one. Okay, excellent. This one is the response from this one. We need to append hashtag. Actually, why we need to append this hashtag, I will let you know. Okay, here we got this rectangular width and rectangular height and rectangular color. Okay, now what I'm doing here is I'm calling every time this function. Okay, what this function is going to do is whenever we got the width, we're calling this rectangle, draw rectangle. So here, whenever we get the height also, we are calling this rectangle. Whenever we get the color also, we are calling this rectangle. But when the actual element will be created is whenever all these three values are updated. So even though we call for width, when other two values are not updated, then it is not going to create this element. So whenever suppose we get the response of height first and then color and then width. So if we for the last one it will execute, and that means we don't know whenever the response will be come back. These are rest calls, right? So we don't know. We will never estimate this one. For this time, we will get all these three values. Maybe may not be. We have to make sure when this value has to be updated. So whenever the value is updated, I am calling this function. So so this function will be create the element whenever all these three uh, values are came. That means all these three values are true, and then I'm resetting these three values, and here is the magic. So this previous width is less than window dot inner width. That means we are drawing one rectangle and then we are creating one more rectangle. So we have to end this rectangle creation, right? So it is going to call until and unless this inner width. So let's hope for the best, and this one. Okay, in the first call only we got some exception, like maximum values. Let's see what the exception it came. The minimum value must be an integer. Okay, that was great. So what I sent over here. So it was a 12.8 I sent. So this one, why it was came right? When calculation of weight was given. So we need to use this passing value so that it can be integer always. If you don't want to get an exception, you have to follow all these rules, and you have to apply for height also. Okay, let's hope for the best. Let's run this time. So actually these calls are also going, but there are no rectangles over here. So here if you observe, so we are getting responses for each and everything. Let's see what is happening in our JS. So just okay, here is the div element I created, and then uh, I'm updating with I have got 49, and then I'm updating height also, height. So even though we got the values, but this one is not updating. So we need to check over here. Okay, here the values are uh, each and every time the request and responses are coming, but the view is not updating. So after let's debug this one. Where this one this so let's see how much width has been updated. Here the width is not updated. Okay, here the width is coming as 20, but the width is not updated over here. Okay, I got the problem. The problem is with this one. I need to convert this width as integer. I have already written this one. I'll copy paste from over there. So take this one. And paste this width over here, and for the height also I need to do the same. Okay, and the last one, this width. Okay, so here we go. Here I'm running it again. Let's see whether it is working or not. Okay, if you see this one, you're getting some nice outline. It is what he was requested, the skyline. The skyline. Okay, here I will not draw these arches, but it is the skyline. So this is how basically we have to draw rectangles using plain JavaScript. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching this video.